Hey folks, welcome back to Ty Rose's Garage. We are moving on to the next phase of the Trans Am build. Got her up on fucking jack stands. All of our pieces are back and painted. Look how nice this looks. Oof. I'm hoping it matches. I fucking hope. I put a piece up to the body and it's close, but it's hard to tell because the body's so dusty right now and dirty. And I won't really know until the car's paint corrected. And then we might have to, I don't know, might have to blend. We will see. Anyways, got all that stuff back. The T56 is out of the car. This is one that I built myself a couple years ago. I had a guy powder coat it for me. Looks fucking unreal. It's still super clean. I had to clean a bunch of oil off it and shit, but yeah, she cleans up nice still. So basically what we're doing right now is we're throwing in the new Mcleod RST dual disc clutch with a steel flywheel. We're doing a new slave cylinder with a throw bearing. And yeah, new pilot bushing. A few little things like that, changing the oil in the transmission obviously while she's out. Yeah, I figured I'd show you guys all the new stuff and maybe give you a couple tips and pointers here on doing your stuff. Basically, something no one ever told me was that you have to shim your throat bearing in your slave cylinder setup. I never knew that. I've never done it before. My clutch always engaged nice, but I'm sure some of my slouchy shifting has been due to not having this thing shimmed correctly. But basically these shims, you can buy them through Texas Speed or Tick Performance. They come in 3 different sizes. And yeah, you basically have to measure and determine your distance between the actual face of the throat bearing and the fingers on your clutch. But I'm not going to show you how to do that in this video. There's tons of videos on YouTube here showing you how to do it. I'm just kind of showing you all the new parts and kind of telling you what you can put in your own car. I also picked up this Ram steel flywheel tool. It's a replica of the 26-spline input shaft that comes in most of these modern transmissions. And it really helps line your discs up a lot better. They come with these little plastic ones, but they never fit right, eh? They're always kind of sloppy. And when you're trying to line up 2 discs, this helps a lot. I also have this speed bleeder line. I think this was from Tick Performance or Texas Speed. And allows you to bleed the clutch by yourself. You just put one end in a cup, and then you just pump your clutch a bunch, and you're good to go. So yeah, between this clutch, the MGW shifter, the built T56, and shimming the brand new throw bearing, this thing should shift the way I want it to. Then once we're done all this stuff, we're going to throw all the bumpers on. I've got a few other parts I want to put in the car. We have a new Midwest chassis long torque arm because I had the Spone short arm on there. Basically what that was doing was it was fucking bottoming out every chance that it got. It was annoying as hell. So we're going with the Midwest chassis long torque arm, building a custom steering shaft for the car, doing some LMC truck headlight housings, and a few other little parts on the car. But this isn't really a how-to video, it's kind of just showing you what I'm doing with the car. There's tons of super helpful videos on YouTube here showing you how to do the transmissions on these and all that, and the clutches and all that, so I'm not going to provide that in this video. So, let's haul ass on that, get her in the car, and get this thing assembled so I can fucking start driving her this summer. Holy fuck, did we gotta pound this goddamn pilot bushing out of here, eh? Gotta pound this goddamn pilot bushing out of here, boy. Look how easy that shit is with the proper tools. Not fucking around with breadcrumbs and fucking wheel bearing grease. Oof. This one was actually in great shape. I just put this in like a year or 2 ago, and I've only put probably 1,000 kilometers on the car, so I mean, you might as well change it while it's out. It's like fucking $10, eh? Hey cunts, it's fucking $10. I got the new Mcleod dual disc clutch in, and people aren't lying when they say that pedal feel is just, I mean, it's still quite stiff because I have the 7/8 bore Tickmaster cylinder in here, but I mean, it feels more like a Sunfire now. It's basically a fucking Sunfire, folks. Sunfire yellow paint. It's got the Sunfire dash vents. I mean, -1 or 2. I can't remember what the Sunfire. It's a fucking Sunfire, folks. If you can't tell, assembly is coming along quite fucking nicely. Got the new bumper on. The paints actually match up pretty good. This panel is a little darker than this one, but when the car gets paint corrected, you know, you shouldn't be able to fucking tell. The hoods on these cars have always been lighter because when they converted them over to the ASC factory, there's something fucked up in the paint process. They did the hoods at the ASC factory, not at GM or something, so these are a lighter shade of yellow. Basically, it lets you know it's a real certified CETA. For those of you who don't know, CETA means Collector's Edition Trans Am. There was only 2,390 of these cars made, with the yellow scheme and all the graphics and all that shit. These cars got the Sunfire yellow paint code, which was only available on the 93 cars. They brought it back for the last year of the Trans Am in 2002. So first year of the 4th Gen F body they had it, and the last year. It's pretty ironic how people always say these cars look like Sunfires, and this car was painted in Sunfire yellow. But my defense for that always is that the Sunfire came out after the 4th Gen F body. So basically, cunts, The Sunfire looks like a Trans Am. I'm just saying. So yeah, front bumper and headlight covers are on. We got the Mcleod dual disc RST in there with the transmission, everything all bolted back in. New Midwest chassis, long torque arm. Look how beautiful it is under here right now. Stainless steel exhaust, polished that all up. She's ready for some fucking canyon carving, folks. I love taking this thing into the mountains and just hitting corners in it. It's so much fun. Yeah, look at all the goddamn fancy parts under here, eh? You want a quick little build list on this car? Eh? You guys want to know what I got done to this fucking thing? I'll tell you what I got done to it. We're going to do an actual review on this car once I have it on the ground and driving and the fucking snow fucks off. As you can tell, we got another dump. It was literally plus 20 the other day. And old man winter came to fuck us in the ass. So basically, 383 stroker based off the original LS6 motor, which is pretty much a fucking LS1. It's got trick flow 215 heads or 225 heads or something. I can't remember. Yeah, all forged internals. Fast 92 intake on it. Fast fuel rails. 40-pound injectors. It's got 1 7/8" speed engineering long tube headers. It's got some nice billet pulleys and stuff on it like that. It's got a big hog ass cam in it. Don't ask me the fucking specs. I'm not one of those guys that's like, yeah, it's got a fucking 536 duration. It's like, don't try to make it sound like you know what you're talking about. Don't try to make it sound like your dick's bigger than it is. A lot of those guys that talk cam specs, I'm not saying everyone, a lot of people don't actually know what the fuck they're talking about, but a lot of them, a shit ton of them, wouldn't know what the fuck a harmonic balancer was if you were to say it. A lot of those cunts who want to talk cam specs right off the bat, what's your duration? They're just those numbers guys, eh? They want to talk about who's got the bigger number. Oh, mine's got a fucking this overlap. I looked on the cam card, so my cam's bigger than yours. That's not how it works, cunt. Sorry. I'm sorry, it's not how she goes. Anyways, it's got this cool Volant cold air intake on it that seals to the top of the hood. When you're running the car down the highway and it's hot as fuck in the engine bay, you can feel in here and it's cold to the touch. It actually seals up against the hood really good. And I took my baffles out of here. You can see right in the engine bay there. See that? So she's direct fucking Ram Air, boys. I also got this little panel here. I think I got it from WS6 store or something that closes this gap off and helps the air divert into the old cones here. It's a pretty cool setup. I mean, I doubt it adds more than a horsepower, but you never know. It makes it true. When you see this shit on the hood, you see Ram Air, it's true to its fucking name. That was the whole point here. We also have this Moroso oil catch can crankcase breather on it. I put a big Dash 12, or I think it's a Dash 12 line on there. Because my little one before was just, it was pressurizing too much. The fucking crankcase, like I'd go down 7,000 RPM or so, fucking be pushing oil at every seal it could, so I had to go to a bigger vent on the crank. Yeah, front end, it's got BMR tubular K-member and A-arms, uppers and lowers, QA1 double adjustable coilovers all the way around the car. It also has a bare bump steer kit on it. It's got some big brakes on it, 14-inch rotors off a 2010 Camaro SS, and the Brembo brake calipers off the CTSV. Got those powder coated in Tiger Sparkle metallic red or some shit. Looks pretty cool. You can find this upgrade basically anywheres online. People do it on LS1 Tech and all over the fucking place. Super popular swap. And under this side, we have UMI's 3-point subframe connectors underneath the car. Haven't welded them in yet, but they're bolted in place just for now. Probably one of my fucking quarter panels have massive dings in them. I have Midwest chassis long torque arm in the car with the relocated mount that takes it off the clamshell mount off the tail housing of the transmission, which is the first mod I think you should ever do to an F-body, because that's fucking horrible. It's a stupid design. Upgraded T56 built by myself, powder coated in a really nice silvery kind of white color. Yeah, it's got a Mcleod dual disc RST in it, factory aluminum drive shaft, and get this, folks, get this, it's got the factory 10-bolt diff with 342s in it. But that's coming out soon. I'm putting a Moser 12 bolt in there with 410s. So we got Speed Engineering's True Duals out back. We have their Panhard relocation bar and Spone's adjustable Panhard bar. Also have Spone adjustable lower control arms. BMR sway bars front and rear. Actually, they might be UMI. I think they're UMI. Yeah, same thing. We have coilovers in the back from QA1 double adjustable units. I think I have them dialed in where I want them right now. Factory brakes on the rear for now. Seem to work pretty good. But yeah, there's so much shit I've done to this car over the years. I'm so excited to almost have it done. We're doing a nice stereo in this thing and everything. All JL audio stuff. I get questions sometimes about my pillar gauges. Basically, I wanted an aftermarket gauge that matched the factory gauges. You know, the black face, the white numbers, the red needle, the black base for the needle. You know, I just wanted to blend in the car and look factory. These all illuminate red just like the factory dash does. So I wanted something sleek but subtle, and I think I nailed that. I don't remember what specific odometer gauges these are, but they're still out there. You can find them. Get a good look at them. I got a wideband in here, fuel pressure, and oil temperature. I also have an MGW shifter in the car with a short billet stick and billet WS6 knob. I also have the factory knob in the glove box here. Sometimes I switch them out. If it's fucking, forgetting one of those cold Canadian days and this bitch is too cold to touch, it's all frosty, I'll put the old Rubber Boy 5000 on her. It's a mint original one, eh? Oof. Keep that in there for rainy days, boy. And that's a basic rundown on my car. We're going to get into it a hell of a lot more when we do the actual review on this car. We're going to have nice, you know, epic B-roll and all the beautiful sandy music and shit. But for now, I'm going to get back to work, get the rear bumper on the car, get the side skirts on it, throw the console back in, get the wheels on it, get it on the ground, and get it the fuck into Calgary for paint correction and ceramic coating. So yeah, let's get the fuck back to work. So we've got the car all back together, and the build just took a really interesting turn. I'll show you what I mean. Yeah, cylinder head's right off her. So basically, I got all together running, pretty much ready to go in for the ceramic coating and paint correction and all that. And next thing you know, it starts banging and running like shit. So I thought it was a clutch at first, to be honest, because it's a brand new clutch, and I heard the dual discs were pretty noisy. But then I just said, well, I'll pull a valve cover off and see. And one of my rockers wasn't moving. I'm like, that's not fucking good. So obviously the head had to come off, and we're trying to free up this lifter because it's wedged in the bore here. It's the intake on the second cylinder back from the front on the driver's side. And yeah, it's not budging, so I'm going to pull the cam out, try to feed it out the bottom. If I can get it out, then I'll inspect the bore. I suspect it's fucked and the engine has to come out and it has to go in for machining or some sleeve work or whatever, so yeah. We got a bit of work ahead of us, but I'm going to haul ass at this and I'm going to get this done because I just put like 10 grand into this car and a shit ton of my fucking time to get it where it is. And to finally have it ready for summer cruising. I mean, we're just coming into the nice part of spring here. It's not snowing as much. The air is really warm. The roads are dry. There's hardly any rocks left on the road. It was just ready. Like, I just got the appraisal done on all the cars today. This one will be insured next week and driving. And this one, oh, well, it was supposed to be on the road, but I'm not letting this stop me. I'm not letting it. If I have to pull this cunt out, I will pull this cunt out and we'll do what we got to do. I really don't want to do this. Well, I decided to go with the option of pulling the engine out of the car. This lifter's so hung up in here, I'm like, you know what? The bore is fucked. I'm not even going to bother trying to take the cam out while it's in the car and going through the work of getting the tool I need for the ATI Super Damper. Instead, I ordered a set of Johnson bar link lifters, and I'm going to take this thing to the machine shop and have them go through it and sleeve it and check all the other clearances and stuff in it and yeah, do what they do best. I don't have the fucking time for that right now because I got this one to work on and I got the other Mustang to work on. I'm participating in a Canadian version of Drag Week at the beginning of July, so I got to get the Fox ready for that. So yeah, off to the machine shop this one goes. Also, this just came in. Some of you people are going to fucking hate me for this. This is an eBay chin spoiler for the Cobra. A few channels have put these on their car and I seen it. I'm like, you know what? Instead of paying $500 for an OEM lip right now, I'm just going to throw that thing on. It's like $100. Maybe it's $200. I can't remember. Anyways, it matches the eBay headlights perfectly. And we're going to put that on in a future video. But for now, this is what I'm dealing with. It's kind of ironic how the bumper had to come back off and the support. But yeah, it's off to the machine shop today. And we'll update you guys in a future video. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next episode of Tire Roaster's Garage.